In this case, we have a very short proximal tibial fragment. So to mark the axis, the anatomical axis of this fragment, it will be necessary for us to use blue angles of the proximal trees of green trees. Let us remind what do we mean by blue angle. Normally, the anatomical proximal medial tibial angle is 87 degrees. So the blue angle must follow this meaning. It must be 87. The vertex of this angle is intersection of the axis of the green tree and the second centrator. So the second centrator must be placed as a joint line, and the axis must intersect this joint line in projection of medial intercondylar eminence of the tibial bone. Then we insert the necessary meaning 87 degrees, and the axis aligns like it is the line of the proximal tibial fragment in AP view. In lateral view, the normal values of anatomical posterior tibial angle is 81 degrees, and the anatomic line crosses the joint in 1/5 from anterior part of the plateau of tibial bone. So in this case the blue angle will be 81 degrees. So we align the second centrator with the joint line, and we insert 81 degrees, and the axis of the green tree will match the anatomical axis of the proximal tibial fragment. Let's get back to our case. On step number 10, we can zoom in or zoom out the film. Then we check the box basic fragment marker for the AP view, and we draw the green tree from up to down. Then we take the first centrator, and we take the red point in the middle, and we drag it out of the knee joint line. Then we take the second centrator, and we drag in one of the red points, we enlarge it, and we also reverse the blue angle because it's necessary for us to make blue angle medial. Also, we try to align the axis with the medial tibial eminence, and we insert the proper value 87 degrees. We click the blue button near this 87 degrees, and the axis of the green tree changed its position. So now between the second centrator and axis of the fragment there are 87 degrees, and manipulating by red points, not changing this angle, we try to align the knee joint line and the second centrator with knee joint line, and also we try to align the intersection of the axis and the centrator with the medial intercondylar tibial eminence. So now we align the axis of this green tree. So now we have the anatomical axis of proximal fragment, and we align the yellow point by its line, by the dragging the red line with the distal end of the proximal fragment. Also, we check the box mobile fragment tree, mobile fragment marker, and we align this pink tree so the red points of the centrator they must match the cortices of the bone, because in distal fragment is rather big, and we can align the axis of the pink tree not using the blue angle, only using the red points of the centrators. It must be made on big magnification to see the cortices well. So the red points very important so that they match the cortices. And now we have the middle line or anatomical axis of the distal fragment. Also we have to align the yellow point of this fragment, in this case with the proximal end of the distal fragment, but dragging the red point connected with the yellow point. So we aligned the border of the pink tree, we align the yellow point. Now we have to do the same procedure with you see we try to see the proper picture of the lateral view. We can enlarge, we can zoom in, zoom out. Then we check the box of the basic fragment marker and we draw the green tree. Then we take the first centrator and drag it out from the joint line. Then we take the second centrator and align it with the joint line, and we reverse the blue angle. We try to make blue angle in proper position. It must be posterior, and we try to align. We insert the proper value of blue angle 81 degrees and click the blue button. You see how the axis changed its position to the second centrator, and we try to align the second centrator line with the joint line. And you remember the intersection of the axis of green tree and second centrator we made in place 1/5 of joint line from anterior. Also, we align the yellow point with the distal end of the proximal fragment. Then we check the box distal fragment marker or mobile fragment marker. It's pink tree. We draw it from up to down also, and then we align it with the middle line of the distal fragment. So we make the points, the red points matching the cortices of the centrator, matching the cortices of the distal fragment. It must be made on good magnification. Also, we align the yellow points, so it must match the proximal border of distal fragment. Now we see it on high magnification, and we must check the red points from of all the trees. We must click them, otherwise it will not let us go further. Then we can press the button forward and we can go to the next step.